The 2024 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 Bison takes the mid-size truck formula and dials it all the way to 11. Today we're at the Johnson Valley ORV Park in California to see just how capable this little truck is. That's coming up right now on Driving Sports TV. The midsize truck market is pretty exciting right now. Ford is finally bringing the Ranger Raptor to the US market, Jeep has a Gladiator Mojave, and even Nissan has refreshed their Frontier with an all-new Pro 4X. It's in these waters that Chevrolet is about to drop a buffalo-sized boulder, and it's called the ZR2 Bison. Like the standard Colorado ZR2, the Bison features a high-output 2.7-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine. It produces a peak 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It's connected to a standard 8-speed automatic transmission with full-time four-wheel drive, a dual-range transfer case, and drive modes that optimize the powertrain for various conditions. All ZR2s come standard with tow hooks, Goodyear mud-terrain tires, DSSV dampers, surround view cameras, and an upgraded interior. For the ZR2 Bison, Chevrolet partnered with the experts at American Expedition Vehicles to take this truck to the next level. Pretty soon we're going to hit the desert, but first, let's look at some of the features that are exclusive to the Bison. It comes with 5 skid plates covering everything from the transmission to the rear differential, 35-inch mud-terrain tires wrapped around alloy 17-inch wheels. The body is an inch wider with 1.5 inches of additional ground clearance. The DSSV suspension has been retuned for better off-road performance, and it even has jounce control hydraulic bump stops. And to top it off, you get stamped steel front and rear bumpers. It even has rock sliders, which I'll probably need. Today we're at the Johnson Valley ORV Park just outside Palm Springs to get a taste of what the Colorado ZR2 Bison can do. And as somebody that has a new 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor on order, I am definitely interested in what this truck can do. So here we are finally inside the ZR2 Bison Colorado. I love mid-size trucks. I think they're like the perfect size. Big enough to do some work, but small enough to still be fun to drive. And this one, I'm expecting, will be fun to drive. You know, this truck is just built to have fun. So right now I'm in 4 high, just plowing down the street here. And you know, it is the amount of fun that we can have with this thing. Ha! Just lay the throttle in and it is go time. So that was really fun. But you know what? This has another mode we can use. Because of course, 2023 and up, yeah, all vehicles have tons of drive modes, and this has one that's very special. It's a Baja mode, and with Baja you can do a number of things. First off, it reduces traction, gives you maximum output on the powertrain, but also, yeah, there's a launch control mode. Launch control! And that, no, does not require that you're on a nice surface. This thing, it'll launch anywhere. To use it, all we need to do is be in Baja mode, press the gas, press the brake, not in that order actually, do brake first, then gas, and then release the brake. Let's try it. Once I get a flashing light here, it's built boost and fire. Woohoo! Ha! That is awesome! So why do you need DSSV suspension? Well, because in conditions like this, things get a little crazy and you need control. It is so that you can do stuff like this. You can go over bumps and have fun, woohoo, without killing your back, because this thing just soaks it up. Oh my gosh, this is awesome! Whee! Wow, you can actually hear that multimatic suspension working. That's interesting. But it's not loud, it's just letting you know that it's there and it's doing stuff. But man, it is jarring. I'm not gonna lie, because there's a lot of yumps here, but I am hauling and it is doing just fine. Ha! This suspension's amazing. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, getting a little deep sand here. There is going to be some sand on the way. Got to watch out for that. Oh. Now, obviously, a truck like this is very good at desert running. This, you know, for somebody who lives in, say, Southern California, this would be ideal. But how can it do with rock crawling? Well, we're going to find out right over there. Oh, I'm just going to enjoy these yumps all the way over there, though. Ha! Whoa! Don't get too crazy here. And yeah, the team from Chevy, they test these trucks all over the US in places just like this. So if you think they just sit in a nice air-conditioned room and design something and then see what happens, no, they do thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles in very difficult conditions to build something like this Bison. It is the culmination of years of development. And of course, you have the expertise of American Expedition Vehicles putting their stuff forward as well. The AEV front and rear stamped steel bumpers, we're definitely going to be using those today. We got 5 skid plates underneath. And of course, we have the DSSV Multimatic shocks, which are specially tuned for the Bison here. We're also running on 35-inch tires here. These are mud terrain Goodyears, and they have been aired down to around 20 PSI to give us just a little extra grip. When I tested the standard ZR2 Colorado recently on our off-road test course in Eastern Washington, I did not try out one of the modes, and that is the terrain mode, because terrain mode is really for rock crawling, and well, I don't really have any place to rock crawl. But out here, yeah, it's all about rock crawling. So we're gonna find a technical area. Chevy's gonna lead us to one, and we're gonna see just how good this thing is. And test out that terrain mode. So I guess today it's all about not only clearances, but also terrain modes, and see, you know, is this better than a standard ZR2? So the guy leading us is actually one of the product development leads for this truck. He has a lot of experience doing this stuff, so we're going to pay attention to him today. Now we're in a rock crawling section. I've switched the vehicle into 4 low, and I'm also in the terrain off-road mode. So what this does is it optimizes the powertrain, the brakes, and also it adds some extra features that are useful for rock crawling. Specifically, it gives you like a single pedal driving mode where I add throttle, and then when I release it, the brakes come on gently. This allows me to easily crawl over complicated objects. Okay, so here we are watching the spotter. He's telling me to go straight. This is where, oh yeah, this is a proper rock crawl. Now, when you're doing stuff like this, you watch the spotter. You don't second guess what he's saying, because he has a much better view on the outside than I do. Oh, I'm trying to 2-foot throttle here, and with terrain mode, I don't need to do that.
A little more left steer into it. There you go. Just nice smooth throttle.
In terrain mode, kind of does its thing.
Nice job. Just nice and smooth.
I'm not used to terrain mode. I'm trying to, I'd rather 2-pedal it.
All right, there you go. Just keep it cut left.
By the way, I don't have my locker on.
You don't have lockers on?
No.
You don't?
No, I was trying it without lockers. By the way, you can get through it without lockers. Zing.
All right.
Okay, and then up and around. Okay, that was pretty cool. Very capable vehicle, even without the lockers. And I will note that this has both front and rear lockers, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it turns out that that was actually the easy part. We got a lot more ahead of us, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my rear locker here. And we'll turn on the front locker if and when we need them. So rear locker is on. Okay. Pull back a little bit. This is real, wow, this stuff is shockingly soft. Okay. Why is my four-wheel drive off? It turned my four-wheel drive off. What the heck? Okay, 4 low. It's in 4 low. How'd that happen? That certainly explains why I wasn't moving forward. Would be curious to know why that shut off. And here we go. Which way am I going? Am I going straight? Yeah, a little right. Get around that rock. Front camera on again. Those maps, front camera. Wow, this is the kind of stuff where you need a spotter. My truck keeps going into 2-wheel drive. I'm in 4 low and then it goes to 2. Seem to be having some truck issues here. Okay, we'll go down to 4 low again. So I don't know what's going on, but it's not holding on to gears anymore. It's not holding into the transfer case isn't staying in the right position. Okay, 4 low. Okay, we got a big boulder on our side there. Let's go around that boulder. We're gonna weave to the right. Actually, this isn't so bad. Famous last words, right? And then we need to probably get up on that rock on the inside, I think. Yeah, this looks like it's pretty easy. Now, right now I'm just two-pedaling it. I'm not using the terrain mode. And got through it no problem. Okay. And we're still in 4 low, so that's nice. Whoa, yeah, twice, basically when wheels spin, when it slipped, it would just go back down in 2-wheel drive, both times. And I'm not talking like, I was just like, and then it would do it more, and I'm like, what's going on? After talking with one of the Chevy engineers, they suggested restarting the Colorado to reset the computer. Now, this could have just been a bug in the software or the protection algorithm being overly protective of the transfer case. Either way, I decided to just go ahead and re-engage 4 low again and soldier on. So we have to keep in mind, these are pre-production trucks. So there is some, caveats here. Obviously, we also have all the engineers from Chevy here. So if this truck is having issues, this will give them an opportunity to take a look at the truck, figure it out, and fix it, hopefully before they go into production. There we go. Okay, we got front and rear lockers on now. Okay, so this is a complicated section that has barely enough clearance for the truck itself. And I like it when the guy who's like head of suspension is the guy who is my spotter. I mean, if anybody knows this truck, it's that dude. So I'm putting my wheel on this big boulder on the side. Yep. Okay. Using those skid plates. It's turned off. It was on, now it turned off.
Yeah, the front's not. Oh, sorry about that.
I mean, it shouldn't turn off, right? The difficulty there really shows just how useful a front locker can be, since this section was nearly impossible when the truck decided to simply turn it off. And yeah, these glitches are starting to get really frustrating. It is good to note, however, that once the front locker was re-engaged, the going got a lot easier. Once through the passage, I rejoined the others for the hill descent section. With all the challenge courses completed, let's wrap up this review. This has been my first drive in the new Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison. If you are looking for a truck that can rock crawl and desert run, I mean, this one it looks awesome and it drives great. These are pre-production rigs. Obviously, we had a couple issues with the truck today. Hopefully those all get ironed out for production. So I would definitely keep this on your short list if you're into stuff like this. Whew! Trucks like this are just fun. They don't, even if you're like a truck person that says, if it doesn't have massive cargo, if you can't put a house in the back, what does it matter? You know what? This matters for some. This is fun. I guess if you don't like fun, this may not be the truck for you. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share videos. We make it for you. I hope you enjoy them. I'm kind of having fun making them. Just a little bit. Woohoo! Boing.